My name is Rosil Linkett, and this topic is all about control structures and conditional statements with statement loop statement. Introduction: in any PHP script is built out of series of statements. A statement can be an assignment, a function call, a loop, a conditional statement, or even statement that does nothing or just an empty statement, usually end with a semicolon. And in addition, statement can be grouped into a statement group by encapsulating a group of statements with curly braces. So conditional statements are used to perform different action based on different condition. In PHP, we have the following conditional statement: if statement, if else statement, if else statement, and switch statement. PHP, the if else statement, it executes same code of one condition is true. So if we sa web page, the output would be man is very handsome because the condition is true. The next, the PHP, the if else statement. The if else statement execute some code if a condition is true and another code if that condition is false. So the first statement, man is very handsome, man is very ugly. So sa web page, the output would be man is very ugly because the condition is, so you give this. Next is the if else if statement. It's execute different codes for more than two condition. So ang condition dani nakikita is 2. So ang gawa sa web page is Manny is kanda handsome. Next, the PHP switch statement. It's used to perform different action based on different condition. And this select of many blocks. This is the example. So daghan siya conditions, dahil siya condition bath nang mag-select siya of one code to be executed. It's the so the output of this following, if we run this in the web page, is the favorite color as red. Next, the PHP loops. Loops are used to be execute the same block of code again and again as long as a certain condition is true. So the while loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. So ang syntax then is a condition is true and code to be executed. So ang this one is initialize the loop counter and the mag-start siya sa value na 1. Then this 4 continue the loop as long as less than or equal to 5. So mag-start siya, mag-count siya gikan sa 1 until sa 4 until the number 4. Next is do while. The PHP do while loops that through a block code once and then repeats the loop as long as the specified condition is true. So the do while loop always execute the block of code once. It will check the condition and repeat the loop while the specified condition is true. So this code to be executed if the condition is true. So the example, this given example, the while loop, do while loop will write some output, then the increment variable. Then the condition is checked, so less than or equal 5. Then the loop will continue to run as long as it's less than or equal 5. So kanang equal man siya sa 5. So this will be the given output. In do while loop, the condition is tested after executing this statement within the loop. This means that do while loop will execute statement at least one or even condition is false. Next is the for loops. Through a block of code, specify number of specify number of times. So, and given, the for loop is used when you know at advance how many times the script is run. So, for ang code to be executed for each iteration. So, first kanang mayang mag-initialize the loop counter value, then evaluate for each loop iteration if true or true. So, kung true, mag-continue. If it's evaluate false, the loops kay mag-end na siya. So, ang atong, ang nag-set man siya, start siya sa 0, then mag-end siya sa, or continue a loop as long as is less than or equal sa 10, then increase the loop value by each, sorry. So, initialize the loop counter, mag-start siya 0, then continue the loop as long as is less than or equal to 100, then the increase the loop counter value by 10 for it, 50, then ang value na count, the loop counter value is 10 for its iteration. So, mag-start siya 0, then as long as less than or equal siya sa 50, then mag-start siya 10. So, mag-run ang program, magawa sa web page, inaya siya until siya sa 50. Okay. And next, the for each loops through a block of code for each element is an array. Wala na siya. So, this one, the young array as a value. So, for each loop works only in arrays and used to loop through each key value per in array. Then, for every loop iteration, the value of current array element assigned to value and the array pointers move one until reach the last array. So, ang example dani kay, the given example kay kani siya. So, kanang, ang, wait lang. So, dani, ang atong example is ang age. So, the following example and the output both are the case and values are given array. So, ang output dani is ang value. Lagi value. So, if we run this in the web page, ang mugawas dani is age, the age of diba ni si Ari, si Raven is 12, si Coffee is 13, then si K is 40. So, the output would be the case and the value of the given array. So, ang output dani ang the values and which is the given array. So, kung i-run ni siya sa the program, i-run in a program, ang output is both the case and the values of the given array. And so ang given statement kay age man. So that the output would be. That would be all. Thank you.